So, my name is GGWRW, and I'm sorry. About what? The fact that it's been 6 months since the last reading your comments video? The fact that this is just a thinly veiled vlog disguised as a reading your comments video and you just clickbaited everybody into watching this? Any other of the plethora of things you're doing wrong? All of the above? Well, there's a lot of reasons. As you mentioned, it's been over 6 months since the last reading your comments video, which there's multiple reasons for that. There's multiple reasons for a lot of things. You may have noticed that in the months between Halloween and Christmas, I only uploaded one video. I apologize for such a hiatus, but there's a lot of nuances and subtle reasons for why things happen the way they have. But if you're still around here, I mean, thank you, congratulations, you win all the prizes. I know you're probably thinking that, oh, it's not that bad. You took some time off. You're gonna be back at it, and I am trying to put in more effort. I'm trying to do daily uploads for the moment at least, which I know myself, and I know that I could claim that I'm just gonna, upload daily from here on out, and I'm gonna get back into it and do it all the time, forever and always, but I can't. I know I won't really do it. I'll commit to it for now, and then later I'll go, and then later it'll all fall apart. And that's not a guarantee that'll happen. It may take off, and I may keep doing it for a while. It all depends. I can't trust myself enough to say with complete certainty that things are always going to be better from here on out. And you're right, this isn't so much a reading your comments video as it is an excuse for me to have a vlog and just kind of have a little chat here about what's going on with the channel, because it's almost a year, or it's over a year since the channel started. I mean, we're up to 22 subscribers now, which is great. I mean, every now and then I'll see those channels that leave a comment somewhere and they'll have 50, 60 subscribers and 0 videos and no channel at all, and it's just because they got all their friends to subscribe to them, which it's kind of an odd thing. But when I look at my subscribers, they're people that I've talked to, people that I know, or people that just come in and like the content. So I feel like the subscribers I have are very much well earned, and I'm definitely grateful for them, believe me. And like I said, the subscribers I have, if you're still watching my content after such a long period, such a gap in uploads, then thank you, seriously, thank you for still being around, for still being interested in what I'm doing here. And you might be saying to yourself, oh, well, it's not that bad, subscribers come and go, channels come and go, it'll all work out in the end. Well, I feel like I've let you people down. I feel like I've lost viewers over time, which is completely understandable because they've lost me over that time. I feel like with that large a gap in uploads that I have to earn back viewer interest, viewer trust, as it were. I have to build that relationship back up after being absent from it for so long. Another reason I haven't done a reading your comments video after the first one is because a lot of the comments I get, a lot of the people that I talk to normally are the people commenting. It's because reading your comments and leaving comments and having those comments read on video, it's a communication tool between the YouTuber, creator, whatever, between the person making the video and the person watching the video. But in a lot of instances, I'm able to communicate with those people through other channels. So making other channels of media, not other channels of YouTube. So I already have that communication going, so making an entire video about reading your comments seems a little superfluous. I realize that not everybody I talk to that way, and that it's still a fun relationship to have. So I apologize for that. So while we're on the subject, we'll read off a couple comments since the last one, which I have read all the comments. I do read all the comments. There's really not that many to go through. It's not that hard to do. But your comments are being read. I may not reply to them all, I may not comment on them all or read them all off here, but just know that I do read them, and I am thankful for all the support that you guys have shown after watching, during watching, whatever. Hino Akuma says, could you possibly play Fear Arena Unlimited or the actual Devil May Cry? To which I responded, I'll see what I can do. Now, this comment is 5 months old, and I have done nothing of the sort. I'm sorry about that, I really am. I would like to do the series one day, the Devil May Cry 3 specifically, because it's the slightly older version. The graphics are doable on my computer, potato that it is. Fear Arena Unlimited, I've never played it. I might do it someday, but at the time that I read this, there were so many other series going on at the time because it was during the Summer Seamstale event, and I want to get around to it someday. I haven't yet, and I know, I'm sorry. Hino Akuma, you're probably not even watching me anymore, so it seems like another dead channel to you, but I do want to do it someday. I probably will at some point regardless. I can't say for sure when it'll happen yet. Tim Ross says, if you can get OBS set up, you can record videos through it. No Bandicam watermark. Just saying, you're very entertaining though. Oh, thank you, Tim. As far as OBS versus Bandicam, I have used OBS before. The frame rate while recording was so terrible, it would make a lot of things unplayable. And the final video result may be better overall, but as far as actually recording it, it takes up a lot more memory and not drive space, but it's more taxing on the computer for me to use OBS. And while I would love to get rid of the Bandicam watermark and the 10-minute limit and all that, it's not that big a deal. I'd rather just stick with what I know with Bandicam and use it. Chris Smith says 100%. I agree. The run. I have a series of comments here from someone named Mohammed Drakam Rabu. I'm sure I butchered that name. I do apologize. But it's a series of comments advising me on how to play the Fear Unlimited game, which, when they commented, was several months after it was all finished and uploaded. So I'll take your advice into consideration, but just know that it may or may not have any effect on the final product because it's all said and done. I'm sorry, buddy. Leilera says, for me, Christmas starts right after Halloween ends, so your Santa impression wasn't even that far-fetched. And as for video length, do what you want. Now, I chose this comment because it's going to segue into something I want to talk about, which is frankly kind of selfish of me, but you know, reading your comments, videos go as they do. I feel like video length is a very important factor in YouTube because you have people looking at videos on the sidebar, which I think is where a lot of new channels get their attention from. That and like collab videos, but that's a different subject, really. So when you look at the sidebar, you think, oh, that video's 30 seconds long. Might as well click on it. There's not a lot of investment, personal investment in clicking on a video that's 30 seconds long. Now, if you go and click on a video that's an hour long, you know that it's, while the content may be good and great, you know it's going to take an hour to experience it, and you're less likely to click on it, basically. And clicks are an odd subject for me because I don't want to be the clickbait person, which, if you're watching this video, clearly I've already ensnared you in my web. I don't want to get clicks and views for the sake of having a whole bunch of views and being super popular and all that. I want the word to be out that I'm doing this, and if people come in and enjoy it and have fun, that's the goal for me, is that people enjoy watching, and that I make things that are enjoyable for people to watch. Now, I've noticed that a lot of my videos that are, 30-40 minutes, like the Doom 3 Halloween special, it had 2 views for a month and a half, something like that. I think it's up to 4 now. Whoop-de-doo. Thank you for the people who watched. There's no way for me to say whether the people who watched are, watched past the 2-minute mark, but it's that psychology of, you see a long video and you just don't want to click on it because I'm gonna watch 40 minutes of my day, that's just gone. And then videos like one of the episodes I just uploaded was the Doom 3 Part 23A, which was like 10 minutes long, and in an afternoon it got 7 views. So there's a psychology of people clicking on things, watching things that are within a reasonable time frame. So this is a really long way and complicated way of me saying that I want to make videos that are shorter. Like Doom 3, for the longest time I was doing it, one episode of it, 1 video per level, which in a game like that, some of the levels are so long that it ends up being a slog for me and the viewer. And I'd rather, while I like the idea of having 1 episode per level, it's a very nice organizational scheme, I think that as far as the channel's concerned, it's better for me to make logical breaks in the content where where one would take a break from watching or playing normally. There's a very fine balance between quality of content, video length, all sorts of things like that. And that's something also I'm also trying to continually improve on. You may have noticed in some of my more recent videos that there's a lot more edits, or not edits, jump cuts, and there's a lot less of the cutaways, of the camera zooms and the funny explosions and stuff like that. I'm trying to cut down on those because what those are really is time investment. When hardly anybody's watching, I know you're watching, I know, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in the overall scheme of the channel, the time investment versus number of people enjoying the final product, there's a bit of a disparity there. And like in this video, I'm sure already there's been 50 jump cuts because it's hard for me to get all my thoughts in a single chain, so there's a lot of pauses, a lot of time of me collecting my thoughts, and some sentences may start and then, you know, kind of finish in it after an edit. And that's just kind of how I am. I may get to the point someday where I can just flow and segue straight into long drawn out conversations here, but at the moment at least, you kind of splice everything together. Another thing I'd like to mention is feedback, because there's a lot of times when I'm editing or recording that I think, oh, you know, should I make this joke? Should I go this direction? Should I, you know, put in a funny jump cut or a funny edit here or there? Or should I take them all out or what? And if it's just me coming up with this stuff, then it may not be what's enjoyable to watch, because, you know, I get to see all the nitty-gritty stuff that, you know, gets cut out that you guys don't even know about. So it's basically I need a second perspective. I need to know whether the things I'm doing are entertaining or not, or if they're cringy or whatever. And without feedback like that, it's hard for me to grow in the direction that I really, well, I say that I want, but it's what you guys would want. And what I want is to grow in the direction that you guys want. And want you guys, me, want everything. I don't even know what that's about. You know, it's been a year. I want to continue to improve and grow and all this good stuff on my videos and my content and such. And it's hard for me to just pull growth out of the air and just come up with it on my own. So I'd like to get feedback, I really would. And I know asking for feedback now seems clickbaity and like asking for views back in the day, because, you know, the whole new algorithm, when you get comments, you know, you get them up views and the algorithm starts favoring you and all this, and it's not about that. I would just really like, what I want is for me to put out stuff, for you guys to tell me the good parts, the bad parts. Don't just kiss my butt about it. Be honest with me, because honesty is how we're gonna continue to grow and evolve for the better over time. And negative comments are not bad. Negative comments can be good. Now, there's a whole separate truckload of crazy with some of the negative comments out there, but honest comments are always going to be better. Feedback is always going to be great. It's going to allow me to change the things that will be better overall, I think. Because if it's just me coming up with things, there's always going to be things I miss, things that I'm always going to not know about. And it takes different people to come up with different reasons and different solutions to problems. It always has, and it always will. I've also looked at Twitch recently. Well, not recently, over the last year and a half so. But I've thought about doing Twitch instead of YouTube, because I feel like a lot of the style of my content would be better suited for Twitch. It would be better because when you go to Twitch, you leave everything in. There's no edits, there's no jump cuts, there's no, you know, funny montages or anything in the middle. It's a lot safer because the people who watch you on Twitch are able to communicate real time. You know, if you mess up in the video, or if you make mistakes, or if you decide to leave everything in the YouTube video, then, you know, it ends up being a 40-minute video, and not everybody wants to watch that. But if you go to Twitch, that's what everybody already expects. So there's a different disconnect between content length and effort put in and all that. It'd be easier probably for me to do Twitch than it would be for YouTube, but I also like the timing of YouTube, because it's easier for people to come in weeks, months, years after a video's been uploaded, and you know, they get the exact same experience as they would with when it first came out. The other problem for me personally with Twitch is that my internet's not that great. I mean, it's good, believe me, it's very competent, but as far as upload speed and refresh rates, and my computer is, being the potato that it is, isn't really built for that either, so I'm fairly limited in things I can do on Twitch that I can do much more easily on YouTube. So for the moment at least, I plan to stay in the YouTube sphere. I know a lot of people are saying that Twitch is the better option to go for, but for the position I'm in with the equipment I have, for the moment at least, YouTube's the better option for me. So that's about everything I wanted to talk about. I know that this wasn't really a reading your comments video, and I know that it wasn't nearly as upbeat and gung-ho and yada da 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 as the last one, this was really more of a vlog. I did reading your comments things because I realized it's been so long since the last one, and I wanted to make sure that you all got the recognition that you deserve, and I know that not all of you did, because there's a lot of comments, a lot from Jafar James and Lalera, at Jafar James 92, at Jafar James 92, at Jafar James 92. So I realized that this hasn't really been much of a reading your comments video. This has been more of a vlog, and it's been a much more serious tone than the first reading your comments, which is technically number 2, because the first one was reading your comment singular, and then you already know all that if you've been following my videos for a while. And congratulations, I mean, it's been a year since we started. Claps for y'all. I want things to improve over time. I want things to get better for me, for you, for the channel overall. I want things to go smoothly and on an upward curve and all that. I don't expect it to go perfect. There will probably be dips and dives along the way, but I hope by the end that we do end up somewhere good. So, for those of you who are still watching, who have been still watching, even though I feel like I've kind of let you as a viewer down over time, but if you're still here, I mean, thank you. Seriously, I don't think my videos are all that special. I don't think that my past content has been all that great, which is another reason that I continually want to get better. I want to make things better for everybody, which that sounds like a very overarching statement of happy sunshine, fluffy rainbows, but I do want things to get better over time. For those of you who have kept up with my content, even though I haven't really kept up with my content myself, thank you. I mean, sincerely, thank you for sticking around, for watching, for commenting, for just having a good time, which is what I try to provide on a more consistent basis from here on out. For those of you who are just now getting here and are new to the channel, and I believe that this video is a pretty good summarization of what you can expect from me, and I'm going to try and do better. I'm going to try and upload more consistently, and I say I'm going to do that, and there's no telling how long it'll last, because I know myself too well to say that there's no telling what the future holds. There really isn't, but for the moment at least, like, favorite, subscribe if you enjoy comments, if you enjoy talking, or if you enjoy vlogs, consider leaving a like or a comment. Thank you for watching. We'll come back to another one soon. Come back now, you hear? I've been putting off recording this for like the last week. I had the idea, and I got a notepad document pulled up of like all the things I wanted to talk about, and I still don't think I did it justice, but we did it. We got it out to the people. That's the important part, right? Yeah.